I wish I could have the spirit of Paul whenever he was rejoicing during the trials. And today I want to dedicate the song that I'm going to play for the honor of glory of God, and also praying for everyone that is hurting today, everyone that is passing through trials. And I want to read a little piece from Matthew 5:12, and this is the word of Jesus Christ for you, my brother and sister that is suffering right now. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. And one of my favorite verses, Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Amen. staff is wonderful. It's not often that you have your favorite pianist and your favorite policeman. But today we're going to be blessed with a message by my favorite policeman, Mario. And he's never arrested me either.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How's everybody doing this beautiful Sabbath morning? Amen. Praise the Lord. It's good to be here today to share the word, a little bit of the word with y'all. My sister had read the verse this morning. How many of y'all brought Bibles? We got almost a full house, but only about 3 or 4 Bibles. Don't y'all know you cannot go to battle without your weapon? You're going to need your weapon. Alright? Mentally, emotionally, physically, however you want to put it, we always need a weapon. But the verse that we start off with today, can everybody hear me okay? Okay. Maybe a little bit too loud. Somebody lower me down there, I don't want to bust y'all's eardrums. I like to talk loud. But the verse that we read today talked about the good fight. How goes, my question to y'all is, how goes the fight? Couple of heads, nodding heads. Couple of people like, man, I don't know how the fight is going. How's the battle going, guys? Good? Are we sure? Yep. The verse says, I have fought the good fight. What is a good fight? Tell me, what is a good fight?
Give you 100%.
100%?
Right.
Years ago, I was watching the UFC. I was an avid watcher of that back some time ago. And we had 2 combatants in the middle of the ring fighting for a contract with the UFC. Okay? And they went at it, let me tell you, brothers and sisters, toe to toe for 5 rounds. I mean, there was slobber all over the place, and blood and kicking and punching, and none of these 2 opponents backed down to the end. And you could hear the crowd roaring as they were getting after it. And at the end of the battle, at the end of the fight, the promoter stepped in and said, this was probably the best fight I have seen. And I'm not going to reward one with the contract. I'm going to reward both of them with the contract. Because I love the way they went at it toe to toe. And I'm asking you today, brothers and sisters, how is your battle going? Something to ponder, something to think about. Because let me tell you something. We are in this battle down to the very end. We're in it neck deep. And if you're not actually involved in this battle, then maybe it's time you sit back and really watch what's going on. Because we don't have the time nor the luxury to be sitting on the sidelines and thinking, I'm just going to sit this one out. No, brothers and sisters, we don't have the luxury to sit this one out. We're headed somewhere. And in the middle of heading somewhere, there are battles that we have to go through. And we have to fight. And we have to be there toe to toe with our adversary. My sermon title is My Last Battle. I want to start off today by telling you about this famous warrior. In the great city of Paris, there is a statue that was erected in memory of Napoleon Bonaparte. He was a great warrior. This man, in the last part of the 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century, became one of the most feared men in Europe. This man had so much political power that a lot of people feared him. And he had a lot of clout, if you will, a lot of pull with political. He had won a lot of battles, a lot of victories. But yet there was one thing that this man still had. He had the ambition. All the victories he had won didn't really matter, because he had one ambition. He wanted to rule. He wanted to govern everything. That was his ambition. Also in Paris, if you ever do go to Paris, there is the Arc of the Triumph, an Arc de Triomphe. This is a majestic thing towering over the streets of Paris. It was built by Napoleon himself. It's big, it's huge. It's one of the, probably the most massive landmarks in Paris. And in this landmark, you can read about all his battles and his victories. 126 battles. Also inscribed in the columns of this massive thing is the names of 662 generals, sergeants, fighters, anybody who was involved in the Napoleonic Wars, his name is written there. But aside from all that, there is one thing that is not there. His last battle. The Battle of Waterloo. The story goes, that morning, you see, Napoleon lost that great battle. But the story goes that on the morning of that battle, throughout the evening, throughout the night, it had rained. The mud, the ground was soggy. There was a fog that had settled down on the land. So Napoleon thought to himself, I'm going to wait a little bit later throughout the morning for the fog can rise up and my people can march and fight. I'm going to wait a little bit because it was hard to traverse through the mud. So he waited. But see, that was his undoing. He waited. Because the time that he was waiting for the climate to better itself is when Duke Wellington and the 7th Coalition got together, got their backup, got everything they needed, got their strategy ready to go. And when the fighting started, Napoleon lost the battle. That changed the course of his life. That changed everything for this man. Because at the age of 51, he was exiled to an island in St. Helena in the South Pacific. That is where he died. And you think to yourself, here we have a great warrior who fought all those battles. He lost his last battle, and yet he died by himself in exile. Brothers and sisters, I submit to you today that we too are involved in our last battle. We too, whether we want to or not, the act of you sitting here this very morning tells you you are involved in your last battle. The question is, am I going to win this last battle? What am I going to do about this last battle? We also have, if you go to the book of 1 Samuel, we have King Saul, who was fighting his last battle. And if you go to that book and you read it, chapter 31, as the Philistines are closing in, now mind you, if you go back, King Saul was a great king, great warrior. If you go back and read that, as the Philistines are closing in, his sons were already being killed, he was already injured, he told his armor bearer, please take your sword and just kill me, because I don't want one of these uncircumcised Philistines to kill me. The armor bearer said, no, I'm not going to kill you. So what does Saul do? Takes out his own sword, falls upon it, and kills himself, effectively losing his last battle. His armor bearer, wow, saw what was going on. He said, I don't want to be killed by them either. So he took his own sword and killed himself too, losing their last battle. So, as I was telling you earlier, brothers and sisters, we too are fighting our last battle. We too, let me go back and retract that, we too need to be fighting that last battle. We don't have the luxury, like I was telling you earlier, to sit down with your hands crossed, your arms crossed, and think, I'm just going to sit this one out. I'm going to watch, see what happens. We can't do that. We don't have that luxury. Because the moment we let our guard down is when everything starts going bad. And we don't have the luxury to wait until the fog lifts up or until the mud dries. We don't. I'd like to share with you, as the doctor said a while ago, I am a policeman. I've been one for 27 and a half years. And we go through training a lot. Because we have a motto in a briefing that says, the way you train is the way that you're going to fight. And if you don't train, you're going to get defeated. So one day, we show up to this training, and the training sergeant says, this is what's going to happen today. I'm going to pair you guys up, and I'm going to give you an exercise. But before I get to the exercise, let me explain to you, let me describe to you my opponent. You see me here right now today, I'm 6 foot tall, 240 pounds. I like to I think I'm in decent shape. I think I take care of myself well. But you see, my opponent was probably 5'11", 280 pounds. Big guy. His hands probably as big as bear claws. Strong as a bull. And I know this because I work with this young man. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm a little bit taller than him. I think I got the advantage. See, I'm trying, as we're being told, as I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to knock this guy down because he's massive? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And the sergeant says, okay, guys, here's what's going to happen. You're not allowed to hit any of your sensitive areas. No eye gouging, no biting, none of that stuff. This is just for training. This is what you're going to do. Okay? And I'm thinking, okay, mind you, I wish I could have brought this man with me. His hands are huge, guys. His arms are huge. I'm thinking, it's going to take two of my hands to just grab on his arms. And I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? And the sergeant says, okay, guys, when I blow the whistle, you guys are going to go toe to toe. And you have 5 minutes. Let me stop. Let me make a pause right there. I don't know if y'all have fought for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes doesn't seem too long, does it? It doesn't. You look at the clock, 5 minutes, that's easy. Let me tell you, it is an eternity when you're fighting. It is a long time. So the sergeant says, when I blow the whistle, you've got 5 minutes. Why 5 minutes? Because that's how far your backup is. 5 minutes. And in this time, you're by yourself, all alone, toe to toe. I'm thinking, and mind you, I'm still thinking, okay, I gotta do this somehow. I'm gonna knock him down and I'm gonna take it to him. Oh, he said, by the way, you guys are gonna be on your knees. And it just blew everything I was thinking out. I said, how am I gonna get this? How am I gonna beat my opponent if I'm gonna be on my knees? You already took out half my strength. So the sergeant says, hey guys, got on our knees, got on the mat, he blew the whistle, and there we go. And we fought and fought. Let me tell you, it took every ounce of energy, everything that I